Hello, we're just waiting for everyone to come in. Hello, who's the first person here? Gillian, how are you? It's lovely to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us. Then we've got Joyty. How are you, Joyty? Hope it's all going well for you. It's been a bit boring, hasn't it? We're all in lockdown here in Sydney. These are my Sydney girls. You're all coming in now. Thanks for joining us. And we've got Jane. Oh, sorry, just moved the screen then. Sorry. Got Jane. Jane's coming in. They're all coming in. Helen. Hi, Helen. How you going, beautiful? It's lovely to see you. Susan. Marissa. Emily. Hello, you're all coming in. It's wonderful. It's good to see you. Good to have you all in. Thank you for joining us tonight. I've got Kaya with me. Anyway, tonight, I don't know about you, but I've been having some pretty weird dreams. So I thought I'd work with the dream cards tonight. So I hope you've all picked one. You can either pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. Well, 4 is for everyone. So 1, 2, or 3, really. And these cards are wonderful. They're by a very good friend of mine called Rose Sincera. This is her latest book on dreams. So, there's just so many weird dreams in this COVID, isn't there? So this book, it's just out now by Rockpool Publishing, and I'll be working with Rose's cards tonight to do the readings. And before I start, though, I just want to mention we have been inundated with trolls. I'm sure everyone has. So if you are the trolls are very hungry, very, very hungry these days. So if anybody gets on and tells you to like my page and to put some money into my and you can put money into my bank account. That's not right. If anybody wants a private reading with me, I do have a website. So if you just Google Kerrie Erwin, and I do personal readings, but I'm only working twice a week at the moment. So I do personal readings, but so please don't put any money into these trolls accounts or like my page. You can generally tell because there's always some sort of spelling mistakes. Usually these are overseas people. So we get a few nasties jumping on. And I know a lot of people are suffering from the trolls, so just let it go. Also, before we start, I had a lady contacted me. She's just lost a mum, and I don't know if she was Irish, but I heard this Irish sort of accent talking to me, and it's for a Michelle Kearney. I don't know if you know people in Ireland or overseas, but I feel your mum, she's just passed recently, and she wants you to let you know that she's okay. She's telling me for a while. She feels she got very old. She felt like she got very old and she was very, very unwell, is what she's saying. So it was a welcome change when she got out of her body. She's also telling me that you put up with everybody and take care of yourself. And she loves you very much. And she sends you loves and kisses, is what she's saying. She says, stop worrying. She said, you're a worrier, Michelle. You worry about everyone. Blessings from the spirit world, from your mum. I just have to give that lovely message. It's really funny. I was getting this Irish accent, so I have no idea if Michelle's got relatives over there or spirit was just joking with me. But there you go. I'd like to hear back on that. But your mum's fine. She's doing well. And also something about take care of dad or da, she was saying. Something like that is what I was getting. So I hope that's for you, Michelle, but that's the message I was getting. Okay, I'm going to start on these beautiful dream cards. Now, the first dream card I picked out, if you pick this, it's number 1. It's called Journey. I don't know if you can see that. Is that clear? Hopefully that's clear. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay, that's the journey. This is all about, if you're dreaming of a journey, this is about perhaps you need to make changes in your life. You may have new beginnings and you may start to look at things in a different way. So that's a sort of a welcome dream, isn't it? When you dream you're going on a journey. And depends on how it is. If your journey is exhausting, it may be you having to make choices in your life about the way you see things, or it's about you taking a step forward in a much more positive direction, is what I'm getting. So if you dream of a journey, that's the meaning of that. Okay, so the second card I pulled tonight was the Goddess, which is my favourite. I'm very much into the Goddess within, especially for men and women. It's bringing the feminine within us. So this is number 2 if you've been drawn to this card. It also signifies for all of us to take care of ourselves, to be creative. try different things with yourself, experiment. Don't just sit around. I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a bookworm, so I love spend time reading, and also it gives me ideas for writing, and it makes me feel very creative. Or other people may love music. Other people may like walking and spending time in nature. Even though we're in lockup, we can still go for our walk. And just being aware of everything around you, like the clouds, really open up when you're in nature, like looking at the sky, the clouds, the trees, the flowers. Take notice of the smells, the colours. Just let it wash all over you, because it's so, so healing, isn't it, when you take walks in nature? So the goddess is about really nurturing yourself in this time as we go through the great changes on the planet. So if you've been dreaming of being a goddess, that's what it generally means. And the other dream card I pulled tonight is trust. This is about, beginning to trust your feelings about people, things, and just situations. And this is very important, because sometimes if you get a gut feeling that, or in a dream, that a person's not very nice, they generally are not. Or if they're negative, they generally are not. So it's basically your subconscious mind telling you, trust your gut, because you're in dangerous waters. And, when one door closes, another door opens. So this is my sort of feeling on these cards. And so if you're number 3, this is about trust. So having feeling of trust, really trust your inner feelings. And anyway, and if you may be dreaming about this soon. Okay, so the last card I picked, which was really interesting, is it's all about houses and buildings. I don't know about you, but I've dreamt a lot about houses in the past. And sometimes I might be in a big house, it might be clean and organised. The house is generally your body. It signifies your body, a house or a building. And sometimes I've been in a house, say, with 4 floors, and one of the floors is really dirty or dark or mixed up. That could be about you, looking after your body, or really taking care, really nurturing yourself. So that's what that means. If you dream of houses, I feel it's always your body, and that's what Rose says as well. And then the last card I picked tonight, and it's just a random, it's for all of us just to let go of that negativity, let go of negative people, let go of old patterns, just let go of old ideas. And when you do this, the new will open. And also get rid of that depression, get rid of that negative feeling, get rid of things that no longer serve you. And when you do this, you'll start from the beginning again. I feel sometimes life is like a Monopoly board. It's like we start from go, and we go all the way around, and it's just about lessons in life, and a big journey. So let go of anything that no longer serves us. Okay, so they're the cards tonight. And if anybody wants to invest in Rose's book, this is called Inside Your Dreams. This is just came out last month. So this is by Rockpool Publishing, and her cards are the dream cards. So they're really good to play with, because they tell you so much about the subconscious mind, and dreams is a really big subject. Tonight we'll be talking about Feng Shui when I talk to Kaya, and also we have a giveaway tonight. It's my book I wrote last year called Clearing. This is also by Rockpool Publishing, and you can buy this on the website. It's a very, very good book about how to really look after yourself, nurture yourself, get rid of negative energy. It talks about, it's just a general book on a well-being. So I hope you enjoy that. It talks about the spiritual, emotional, and physical things that we can do in our life to make our life better. And then I also have another book. I told you I was a bookworm. I have another book I've written. This is just new. This is called Mediumship. This is about, I've been doing mediumship since I was 17, when I first started the Spiritualist Church. So if you're interested in a good read on how mediums work like myself, this will explain everything. So I think we'll move on, and I may have a few more questions here. Hang on, I'll just do a few questions before I bring Kaya in. Belinda Brooks, is my mum around? With Belinda, I feel you can really sense your mother around. What they're showing me is sometimes she gives you little signs, little signposts. Could be a song, could be a bird, or a certain smell, or just a feeling. I feel your mother was always on a mission. before she passed. She was always very busy, always had a very busy life. And I feel that she sometimes comes in your dreams. So I feel she's definitely trying to contact you. I feel she comes and she goes, though, Belinda, I have to say. She's not there all the time. And she's telling me that there may be some sort of opportunity with work or something for you coming up, or course or work or something that you may be wanting to do, which will work out really well. Okay, and okay, we've got another one. Blaze Babylon. Any messages about love? With you, Blaze, I'll just quickly do a reading. We've also got someone called Amanda from the South Coast, haven't we? Yes, I'll just pull that out. We'll talk for Blaze first. Any messages? I'm going to use the cards. So I usually give quick messages because what I do is I can hear spirit talking in my ear on my left side. Also, I get very strong impressions from my guide who works on the other side, and I pull cards. So Blaze is asking me about any messages about love. I feel for you, I feel that you're a very, very spiritual person. You have a very strong knowing, and I feel you may attract people with problems is what I'm getting. And at the moment, I feel you're hanging on too tightly to your emotional experiences and the difficulties that you've had. And what I'm being told very strongly, and I do have a male in the spirit world who stepped in here, and they're telling me that you need to keep going, you need to keep trying, and things will work out for you very, very happily within the next 12 months. So don't give up on love because it's something that you really need to experience. You just seem to attract people with lots of problems, is what I'm getting. Perhaps you should have been a counsellor. Okay, I've got another message here for a young lady called Amanda Clark. Will my baby's heart operation be okay? And will my husband's work go well in Hong Kong? Well, the first thing I'm getting with the baby, I do see a lot of sadness there. I feel there may be some sort of operation. There's an operation, and they may have to have another one later on. I'm not sure about that. Could be 1, 2 is what I'm getting. And they're telling me the operation will be fine. The baby will really feel, it's a girl. She will really thrive when she has this operation. She's quite an active little thing. And at the moment, I feel that when she was born, she might have been very pale. But I feel when she has this operation, will be a complete turnaround. So it will be a success. As for your husband, I feel he's very good at what he does. I'm not sure what it is. Will he get work in Hong Kong? Yes, I feel if anything, he'll miss you all. But I feel eventually I can see you going over there with your children to join him, because I feel he's very busy with his work, but he worries about everyone. So I do see you returning overseas when the borders open, and it could be, for a couple of years, because I feel that's where his work is based. So I feel for you, Amanda, just hang in there. I know it's really tough for you, but everything will go okay. Okay, another reading. Okay, Charlene Holder. I lost my brother on Mother's Day and I blame myself as I felt something was wrong. Any messages? Look, I just feel you were very close to your brother, Charlene. There was nothing you can do because this is called destiny. Often, Spirit gives us a certain time in our life where we're going to pass anyway. I don't feel that there was anything that you or anyone could have done. I feel it was his responsibility, is what I'm getting. So I feel you need to let that go. He sensed his love. I feel he was quite a character. He was very different from most people, and he used to keep a lot to himself. He's just saying he's sorry for upsetting the family, and he sends his love. Excuse me for coughing. I've had the flu really bad. So anyway, it's not COVID. I've been tested. Okay, Susan Strachan. My son is struggling at homeschooling and being away from school. Any guidance? Look, Susan, all I can say is just hang in there. I feel that he's struggling because he feels like he hates being restricted, your boy, and he loves his friends and he loves the people. He loves his community. So I feel you need to just give him rewards, when he does things, and make sure you take him for a play or for a walk or something outside every day, because he really needs to be out in nature and out in the world. I feel rewards for him, and also just be patient and try and make him his favourite foods. Look, I feel we'll all be out of this soon, probably by October, November, so things will change. So we haven't got long to go because I feel that the restrictions will be lifted. Virginia Moranci. Any loved ones around me in the spirit world. For you, Virginia, the first thing I'm getting, I've got a male and a female. I feel they, for a start, I feel this it's like a motherly figure. I feel she's an overseas woman. I don't know if she's from Europe, and she's telling me that when you were younger, you were a bit of a wild one, and she was very close to you, and she always admired you, is what she's saying. And celebrations and birthdays are very special for your family, and she always comes around when you have these birthdays and celebrations, is what she's saying. I feel also she loved to bake and cook. She was a real family person, someone who just loved her home and wasn't very friendly with a lot of people, though. Also, I can smell cigarette smoke around you, so I don't know if you had a grandfather or someone who used to smoke. I can smell the cigarette smoke there, and he's with her is what I'm getting. Also, I'm getting a Joe, someone called Joe in the spirit world just yelled out hello. Okay. Karen. What will happen with my apartment, and when will I be able to move back in? With your apartment, I feel it's going to take a while. I don't know what's happened. I don't know whether it's been damaged or something's going on or renovations, but I feel it's going to take a while. But when you do move back in, I feel it'll be very, very good and you'll enjoy it. At the moment, it's a real struggle for you because you feel like you're homeless, but things will change. It's just a matter of time. I'm getting definitely you'll be hearing something in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. You'll be hearing about the time and what will happen. I just get lots of change. We just spilled the water everywhere, so here we go. Oh dear. And here she goes, water everywhere. Kai's just getting, I think we'll have a break because
No, you can keep on going.
I've got to read and I'm in a flood. I feel like I'm a duck. Okay, Jess, can I have a reading on career, please? Okay, but just get Kai. I'll get my cards out. Got water everywhere. I don't know how that happened.
You knocked it over.
Right, I knocked it over. Okay. Got water everywhere. Disaster. It was pouring in Sydney this week for one day. Yesterday, I think I was working all day in my office and it just poured rain, carried on. It was terrible. Okay, this is for Jess. She wants a career reading, please. I'm going to use the cards for this. These are the Mythical Tarot cards. So don't mind Kaya, she's just wiping all the water up. Thank you. Lovely, nice and clean now. Okay, so with Jess, can I have a reading on my career, please? With your career, I feel that there's going to be, I feel there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes going on. So I feel you need to use a lot of guile, tact and diplomacy and just ride out the work. I feel that I feel there's a lot of stress going on in your career actually, and I don't know if you really want to stay there. But I feel that something may present itself next year is what I'm getting, because there is a new opportunity coming in for you, because I just feel where you are, it's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of stress where you are. So with what you're doing anyway. So, and it's, so there's some sort of new opportunity coming up for you, and I feel it's going to come in more towards the end of the year, and there's a contract. So I feel there's a new job coming for you, and I feel this is around November, December. Is what I'm getting. So career-wise, there are changes for you. I just feel you need to sit tight and use a bit of guile, tact and diplomacy. Don't complain. Just ride the wave. We're all going through these changes. Life is tough sometimes, but, you know, if we're patient and sit back, things will come to us eventually. All right, we'll get Kaya in now after we've had our big wash, a big storm. Okay, would you like to join us, Kaya?
Sure.
So you wanted to talk about the new moon or the blue moon or something, didn't you?
Oh, I actually wanted to talk about Feng Shui because I've learnt so much about Feng Shui from you, but I felt that, yeah, the recent blue moon, which was on the weekend. Hi everyone. The recent blue moon on the weekend, that was the second, it was a blue moon because it was the second full moon within the period, not specifically in the same month, which is traditionally.
So what is a blue moon? What's a blue moon? What does that mean?
Yeah, so I was just about to finish sharing that. A blue moon is basically 2 full moons within the month, or it was 2 full moons in the sign of Aquarius, which ironically is the water bearer, the booby bearer.
The booby bearer.
There we go.
Everyone just had a flash.
Is that why you spilled the water?
Everyone's just had a flash of Kai's boobies.
I think you won the wet t-shirt competition a minute ago.
No, I didn't. No. They're all very snug as a bug there. The boobies. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
The girls.
Aquarius
The girls are
is
safe.
is the
We're not talking about the girls. We're talking about the blue moon.
the
Okay.
blue moon. Okay, now I'm thinking
Everyone's
about
having a laugh.
butts. Okay, let's move on. So the blue moon is a blue moon because it doesn't happen that often. Two full moons within the same month, and the recent blue moon was two full moons in the sign of Aquarius, which is the water bearer. So yes, here in Sydney we got lots of water. We got lots of water a minute ago.
Yeah, we did.
But
Lots of water.
we had a downpour of rain. It was a very cleansing time, and the recent full moon, well, the other full moon, the first full moon in Aquarius before the blue moon, we spoke about the freedom rallies, which happened in Sydney, and again on the full moon we just had, the blue moon, it happened again.
Must have been very ferocious.
Yeah, well, what the media shows was quite ferocious, and it's not always ferocious. Apparently, I've heard, but Aquarius represents freedom, and think of the age of Aquarius and the musical Hair, where
so it was very significant. It was on that day.
and there was a lot of boob in that show or musical as well. But yeah, so full moons are a climactic, intense time. So a blue moon is double the intensity. So the theme I felt was all about freedom. You know, what is freedom? Is freedom speaking your truth, claiming your rights? Or getting vaccinated and being disciplined.
I think it's everybody's right to do what they want, isn't it, really?
Yeah, each to their own.
But we've been vaxxed. We've had our vaccinations only because I don't want to stay in lockdown.
Yeah.
I need to get out in the world.
Yeah. I was sitting on the fence for a very long time, but I feel so empowered by getting a vaccination recently, and I felt it was absolutely the right thing to do. But I place no judgment on other people's opinions and feelings around this. It's a can of worms we've just opened,
right.
But maybe we should talk about the full moon and Feng Shui, because I felt around the recent full moon it was a perfect time to declutter. So most of us have been in lockdown and we're homebound, and what I learnt from you, from one of your books in Feng Shui, but from a lot I've learnt from you, is decluttering and how powerful it can be. So on a personal level, we had a bit of a shift in our apartment and threw a few things out and rearranged some furniture in some different spots within the house. And I noticed an instant change. I had all of these opportunities come to me. I had a shift in my relationships. I had a bit of a windfall. I had a bit of work come my way, which of course is
right.
money.
The mouse isn't working.
Okay.
So, and what happened?
Good things happened. Yeah.
In what way?
I got all this.
Is this after you removed all the clutter?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I got all this opportunity.
Right.
So yeah. So that's what happened. So can you tell me a bit more about Feng Shui in your book? Why you got into it, your experiences?
Well, for years I wrote a book on Feng Shui, and we're starting to lose the screen now, Kaya. There you go. It's going on and off. What's happened to the mouse? Nothing's working. Here we go. You fixed it.
Yeah.
Right.
See
fantastic.
What happens when you relax? Things flow.
Yes.
When you stress
We're
and get
sitting here
uptight.
having a stress about all the water on the desk tonight that Kaya spilt, and the mouse that just stopped.
Okay. Well, so you anyway, actually not
getting back to this place, getting back to the thing. I wrote a book on this. It's called Sacred Space, because my mother used to talk about clutter all the time. And have you ever been into anybody's house, and as soon as you go through the front door, there's shoes everywhere, there's clutter everywhere, there's smells, like smells and dust, and I'm starting to cough now, but it really does affect you. And just if you think about it, all that extra clutter, all that dust, the smells, everything, do you think it's really going to help you progress in your life? Because your home is your foundation in the world. So as soon as you get rid of all that clutter, and that even means going through your cupboards and getting rid of all your old clothes or your old shoes, like I had clothes that, I was a size 10, and then I was bigger, and then I was smaller, kept going like a yo-yo all the time. And so in the end, I just threw everything out, and I actually hired a 2-ton truck when I first started decluttering my house. And what a significant change, because in your home, you have all different areas. Like on your far left corner from the front door, you have your prosperity section. The far right from the front door is your relationship section. And sort of goes on. you know, and the beginning in the front of the house is generally your career. So if you clear these energies in your house, you'll notice that positive chi energy will come in and start to make a difference. So did your life take off when you removed all that clutter
Yeah. Like I already said, I had changes in my relationships, and I received
with
some
people on the
work.
outer?
Yeah, I received some work, and
Right.
and which is extra, some extra money through work and
Fantastic.
opportunities,
Yes.
and just it just felt lighter and more positive. It was just instant as soon as we moved and recharged those sections that you just shared with us. Uh, Opportunities just instantly came my way. It was really exciting.
Right. So do you think you need to take it further? Would you want more in your life? And if so, what do you have to do? Do you think it may include a garage? Have you got stuff in your garage?
Yeah.
So is it clutter or is it nice and organized?
No, it's clutter. It's still cluttered. It's a work in progress. I'm sure a lot of
Right.
people out there can relate
Mm.
to working from home and having children, schooling from home.
Well, now's a really good
It's
time to do it too
Yeah,
because we've got so much time. It's reset,
yeah,
recalibrating your
we
life.
do and we don't. It's about making time. I mean, again, working full time from home and balancing family and children and homeschooling, it's sometimes tricky to find the time to clean out your whole garage if there's a lot of stuff that you've accumulated over time.
Yeah.
But I guess it's about
And
prioritizing it and
sometimes
making it
people
time.
just don't want to let go of that clutter, do they?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
hoarding.
Yeah,
Hoarding's an
hoarding.
interesting thing,
Hoarding's
isn't
very
it?
interesting because hoarding is when you hang on to things. So I've also, once I clear the clutter out of my home, I'll also give it a really good smoke out, you know, close all the windows in the house and I just give it a really good smoke out. And sometimes that will get rid of wandering spirits that you may have in your home.
What sort of a smoke out?
Well, you just get sage, you know, the dry sage, and you just get it in a big pot and you put alfoil on the bottom and you get the sage and you kind of break it up and then you light it and then you put the lid on and then it starts to fire and smoke and then you get it and you just wave it all the way. It's, waft it. You know, it really stinks though. But geez, it's fabulous. It's a shamanic shamanic type of cleansing. But I'm sure everyone knows about it or they've tried it. But what a difference! I have to tell you an interesting story about when I years ago when I first learnt this when I wrote the book Sacred Space. I was experimenting at the time and I hired a colour therapist to come to my house and go through my clothes. And it was really interesting because all my clothes were black because I'd kind of lost my identity. I just had a child. This is when your sister was born. I just had a child. Everything was black. I was still sort of back into the rock punk uni days. And I just didn't know who I was. And she pointed this out. And then I must have had 500 black outfits and all the designer stuff, which were tiny, she threw out. And 4 bags. She took 4 bags over to the church bin across the road. And when she went, I went and got it again. And I went through all the stuff and took it back up. It took me ages to get the stuff out
Hmm.
because I felt nauseous.
Yeah.
I felt really nauseous that she was taking all my clothes, my identity
Mm,
out of my cupboard.
mm.
But, you know, after I got into it, then I got rid of them again, you know, after all. And when I got rid of it, I really believe that it's so interesting how you can really sort of reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
And it was exciting. So you've done this a couple of times, though. You've watched me go through all the decluttering, haven't you?
Yeah, I've watched you.
Yeah.
I haven't really yeah, one thing that I love that I did gain from you is the whole feng shui, the bagua mapping that you just shared around the home and the relationship section. I've
Mm.
actually had two girlfriends whose places I've been to, and I've gone to their relationship section, and I've looked at it and I've said, really, no wonder you're having all these issues. We need to charge up your relationship
So how did you
section.
charge it up?
So um, one a long time ago, a friend had all these terracotta stone men, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
Chinese terracotta stone men in that
Yeah.
corner,
Yeah.
and she was attracting men that were emotionless and cold and had no emotion and passion. So we got rid of those, and she found this cute little Asian picture of a cat playing with a fish, and her nickname was Pussycat or Kitty, and she attracted a Piscean man, a fish, and they lived happily ever after and had a baby and got married, and so she attracted that in. And I had another girlfriend who we put some rose quartz, some romantic pictures, a love heart. I gave her an old love heart. One of those lamps, those Himalayan salt lamps. I gave her a Himalayan love heart salt lamp, and she's now engaged and has attracted a man.
How
And she
exciting.
thanked me. She sent me
Yeah,
the most beautiful message,
beautiful.
thanking me and saying, "I've attracted this beautiful man that treats me like a queen, and thank you so much." I believe it's from the Feng Shui.
But it's just a natural thing too, like what to put there. Like there's so many cures.
Yeah.
Like you can put crystals.
Yeah.
You can use crystals, whatever crystal you're drawn to, like a nice amethyst. Not an amethyst, a rose quartz is, for example, it's really good to put in the relationship section.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we did with her.
Yes, rose quartz. Or, for the career section or prosperity section, why not put a beautiful piece of citrine?
Yeah.
In that section, which is the far left. And what about the fame position? That's interesting too, isn't it? Fame's for people who want to get out there, they want to sell their products, they want to be recognised. You came over to my place the other day and you said to me, "Oh, why have you got those 2 stuffed owls there? No wonder you haven't written any books or sent any articles out," which was quite interesting. It was true. I had these 2 old big stuffed owls in the fame section, so I quickly moved them.
Is that us tonight?
Yeah, the 2 big fat old owls, the 2 old lazy women.
I'm not lazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, feng shui. You should look into feng shui because
It's
there's a lot of
magic.
questions about relationships and career. You can take personal responsibility and activate the feng shui areas of your house. And I absolutely swear by the results. And it's all about energy. Everything's about energy. So
It is.
if you're asking about your love life or your career, you make it happen. Activate your
because
home.
this is all about reset.
Yeah.
It's about making changes. So if anybody's interested in a simple read, you can get this as an ebook, Sacred Space. So that's a book I wrote a couple of years ago, and it's got diagrams. It even shows you how to build an altar.
Great.
Have you got an altar?
Not at them. Oh yes, yeah, I do. Actually.
Do you know what the altar's used for when you build an altar?
Yeah, but share with everybody else.
No, you. What's your altar for?
My altar, well, I live with a British pom that has absolutely zero spirituality and a baby, but my altar, I have some jade money plants. I have Ganesha, the Hindu god of abundance and prosperity. I also have some angels, some crystals, and some candles, and a 4-leaf clover, to be sure.
To be sure.
Yeah, so I have a few things, but it's not, like how I would love it to be for now. It's a make do practical altar.
Well, on my altar, I have one downstairs in the dining room, and I also have an altar in my office here. And what I do, I sort of write everything I want to achieve, and I put it in the middle of the altar, and I have a candle on it, on the top of it, and I light it every day. And around it, I have like fresh flowers, or I might have a picture of Jesus, Mother Mary, a few crystals, something very significant, angels. It's like a beautiful, and it's very precious. And I know I'm safe and my energy's safe and all my creative aspects are safe because I have them on this beautiful altar. And it's like, it's a foundation for me to work with. So no one can destroy it. No one can destroy my creation. For me to go out in the world and create with what I want to do. Because you know how you get people that are very jealous or very envious. I also use as a type of protection, my altar, so I'll be safe when I go out the world and to do certain things and not have envy or jealousy or hurtful people, try and destroy you, which they do, because as you do this work, as you work more on the spiritual path, you become more sensitive, don't you?
Yeah.
You're more sensitive. And most of us are empaths who are into this sort of work. So, and also I found a feather today, another one. I seem to be collecting these. They all seem to be seagulls because I do live near the sea. So when you get a feather, it's generally a blessing's coming within 24 hours. Also, it can be a healing. So a message, a blessing, and a healing. So, and these are signposts from spirit. What I was telling the lady about, like you might signposts are often, songs you hear on the radio or feelings or, coins. For a while I was finding coins all the time. I kept thinking of my grandfather, but the feather's very significant. It's generally a spiritual message that everything's going to be okay. And they come in all shapes and colours. Have you had very many feathers that you found along the way?
Yeah, I've had some lovely moments with feathers.
It sort of gives you a really buzzy feeling, doesn't it, when you
Yeah,
find a feather?
well, feathers sort of remind me of joy
Yeah.
and to have a laugh because I think of a feather tickling you,
Mm.
and I have that tickle giggling feeling just to lighten up and
Oh,
not take
that's
things
nice.
so seriously. If I find little feathers, it reminds me of that, a soft
Okay.
tickle.
So you're doing your yoga still, aren't you? Your yoga?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to contact Kaya, she's Kaya Yoga, and she does Skype yoga, don't you?
Yeah, I've
Workshops
been
and
offering a session on Fridays and Sundays during COVID on Zoom by donation. Sunday at 10, it's gentle yoga, hatha yoga, if
yeah.
anybody's interested. But I think a lot of people are interested in
Yes.
their
Okay. I better
questions.
get moving on. So we'll do some more questions. Sorry about the bit of the disaster we had before, the flood, and the mouse didn't work, and whatever was going on. There's always some sort of spirit jokes is what I say. Okay, so mouse working still good, because otherwise we won't be able to turn off the show when the time comes. Okay, so I'll just place it over there where it's nice and safe. So here we go. So I'm going to be tuning into all the people. We've got Anna Rispy. I would love to know how long it takes for a spirit to cross over when someone dies. Can you share more of what happens? Well, the first thing I want to say, Anna, is as soon as someone dies, they go straight away. And often when they're in a coma, they never stay in their body. You generally see them flying around the room. Also, people who have Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's, somebody explained it to me once. Spiritually, they're halfway in heaven, they're halfway in earth. So when they have their blackouts or when they don't know what's going on, they're generally living upstairs and we've got 1 foot upstairs, 1 step on the earth. Sorry. So I just want to say, Anna, when a spirit, generally for me, when a spirit passes, I can get it straight away. I can, because I hear the voice speaking. Then we have other types of spirits that are earthbound spirits, spirits that don't cross properly, maybe for different reasons, but these are very minor because generally most people pass very safely. And when they pass, they generally are helped to cross over. If working in hospitals, I remember, Anna, that I used to see all the spirits from the family coming in. It was often very noisy when someone was dying in a hospital, very noisy. They'd all gather at the back of the bed, and often patients would say, I saw my mother at the end of the bed. They'll tell you, the patient will tell you, and because they all do, they all gather. You can hear music going on and talking and carrying on, and they're all happy to help them over, but generally they will cross with an angel or a loved one, so they don't cross alone. So death is actually a new beginning and a time of transition, and they end up younger. They end up younger and they're not stuck in that horrible body anymore with a disease, and there's no suffering, and they're younger, and they get in contact with us in so many ways, Anna. So, as I said, like subtle messages, like you might hear songs or you might have a feeling or smells and anything like that. So our loved ones are always with us. And in my book I write, and I tell people this, I write that get a photo of your loved one and talk to the photo, because often they will hear you and you'll get some indication that they've heard what you're talking about. So don't be afraid to talk to the photo, and that will give you a lot of satisfaction. It really does help when loved ones are passed over. Okay. Jane Marie, I lost a relative 2 days ago. Is she with me? Look, I feel the first thing I'm getting is I feel that your relative was sick for a while, is what I'm getting. They had an illness. So often of course, they've passed over it. Sometimes they go to what we call spirit hospital. And I feel that she may have had problems breathing, is what I'm getting towards the end. It was very laboured breathing, and it took a while to go over to the other side. And I feel she may be in the spirit hospital. Often, when our loved ones are really sick for a long time, they spend time over there before they cross over to other sections in the spirit world. She comes with you sometimes, but I feel that you'll get little messages, little subtle messages. Sometimes I feel you may even feel like a tap on the shoulder, or you might just have a very strong feeling, but it's fast, really, really fast. And if anyone's lost a loved one in this time, there seems to be a lot of people passing over. Always pray to Mother Mary and you'll get some sort of healing. Okay, Lulanli, Moon, Tanya Elsik. Okay, has all my cancer gone, please? This is for Tanya. Okay, I'll just have a look. I feel, Tanya, I feel you're in some sort of transmission is what I'm getting. And I feel your cancer, even though it was pretty rough and you got a shock when you got it, because you're a really very strong woman, even though you're very sensitive. I feel it was from all the sadness that you've suffered and all the disappointments that you've suffered. So I feel to tell you, Tanya, you really need to let go of all that sadness that you've suffered, all those horrible feelings, neglect, betrayal, anger. And I feel also it may have been a woman who really hurt you. I feel you need to cut the ties with all that, all the emotional baggage needs to go. And if you do that, I feel, yes, the cancer will go. You really need to let go. You really need to let go of all those negative emotions that you've been holding on ever since you're a child. You're a very special woman and you're a very gentle soul, but you've had a lot of hardships in your life. You've had lots of knocks, been feeling odd, being on the outside. So really let all that go. And then I feel, yes, you will have a breakthrough is what I'm getting, but depends on you. It's talking about emotions. So it's about, closing one door, because cancer teaches us things. Cancer is just teaching us in our body, it's showing us that we need to do something with our life. And it depends on what part of the body it's in too. For example, people who have heart attacks metaphysically, they've had a lot of grief in their life. Or breast cancer is people that sort of, worry too much about their children or that sort of thing. And also lungs, for example, people that may have a lot of sadness in their life. Bone cancer is about really sort of moving forward. There's so many different meanings. But, the cancer, I feel, yes, if you need to keep working on yourself, even with a counsellor or writing a journal and just letting all those negative emotions go. Okay, I hope that helped you. And blessings to you. And I send you lots of healing, Tanya. Kerrie Spalima, any messages from Spirit, please? Kerrie, I feel there's lots of changes around you. I feel you're a person that you also need to let go of things that no longer serve you, because I feel you've been feeling a little bit stuck for a while. And I feel you're looking for answers, but I feel that, sorry, meditation would be really good for you, Kerrie, to spend time out and to get back to that happy state. And I'm just getting changes coming in, and I feel through the changes, I feel a lot of happiness is going to come for you. A lot of happiness is going to come for you. So it's about looking for your dream life, your dream partner, your dream husband, your dream job. It's about everything you've ever wanted. You just need to really put it on a piece of paper, Spirit showing me, and really go for it, because it's almost like this is part 3 of the story of your life. So these changes will come. And also there's some sort of change in your work as well. Also, I don't know if you do voluntary work, Kerrie. I know you're a busy person, but you may even be wanting to do something voluntary, because often when we do voluntary work, it comes back to us tenfold. Okay, Taylor Compton. My great-grandmother passed in September. I dream about her. Any messages for me? The first thing I'm getting is for Taylor, I feel she may have problems walking. And also, when she was with it, she had a stickler for detail. She may have done crosswords or sort of knew lots of details. She was a woman that I feel she may have been a widow. I'm not sure. But she's telling me she was lonely towards the end of her life. But she was very strong. And I feel that she was very modern too. She loved you being around her because you kept her young, you made her feel good. She's also telling me that she loved fresh flowers. And I feel she's trying to tell you in her dreams that she's safe and she's well and not to worry about her. She wants you to live your best life. Okay. Jane Marie, I just lost a relative 2 days ago. Is she with me? Gee, there's a lot of people passing over, like I said. So I don't, Jane. The first thing I'm getting is I do see this person around you, but you've got a lot of people over the spirit world, and also I feel you may have had. I don't know if you've lost a dog or a neighbour's dog. I'm seeing a dog there sitting around you as well, and I feel that your relative. I feel she was very close to you, and I feel she's thanking you for keeping contact with her because she felt she didn't die alone. She felt your energy around her, and she's thanking you for that. I feel this relative of yours was a very kind spiritual person. You and her had a very strong connection. The message for you is until the next life. Okay. Gina Morelli. Will my financial difficulties be resolved? The first thing I'm getting is I feel, Gina, I feel it's going to take time. I just feel I'm overwhelmed. That's the first thing I'm getting. I feel overwhelmed by the whole bloody thing, so to speak. And it's been driving you crazy because you're a person, you don't like clutter at all. With the finances stuff, I feel it was caused by another person, not just you. So it's kind of a build-up of things. And so you need to get rid of the sadness because I feel there's going to be some sort of plan. You will be getting help, is what I'm getting, and there's going to be some sort of new offer on what to do. It might be taking a loan or getting rid of something or changing what you plan. It's a new plan or something coming up. So you will move ahead, but it's just going to take you time, longer than what you expect. But with this new plan, I do see the move ahead. Move ahead, and I feel probably within the next 2 years you will be definitely free or have a lot of the debt gone. So I feel it's going to be good. So there's some sort of new plan. Someone's going to help you with the plan. Maz, please tell me when I will have surgery in the shoulder blade. The first thing I'm getting this, I feel there's a whole lot of people ahead of you, and I know it's very painful for you. And I know the physio isn't the physio or whatever you're doing isn't really helping. I just feel it's been very painful and it's been for a very long time. I do feel though once the hospitals open up towards the summer months, I feel there'll be operations will be back on again. At the moment you're just hanging there, aren't you? It's very, very difficult. I can see that. So they're just saying hang in there. I do feel that definitely, I feel that I don't really want to give the timing. They're just saying that there's delays there, and I feel once they get going, they're telling me they're going to fast track you. So you will have a breakthrough. I feel someone's going to fast track you because you'll be put ahead. I feel it may even be this year or the first 3 months of next year. Okay, Teresa Graham, do you have anything from a loved ones who have passed? With you, Teresa, again, I feel there's a lot of people around you, but you need to be more specific. Okay? Is there any psychic ones there?
Yep, there's a whole heap.
Okay, Colleen Osman, could I please have a reading about my family? Okay, with you, Colleen, I feel that your family's been very much on your mind, and I feel that they're okay. I just feel in a way that you may be the black sheep of the family. I feel you may be a little bit different because there's telling me there's been some sort of struggles or understanding, and no matter what you do, nothing happens. You can't do anything with the struggles, and it's just the way they see you. So it's a choice you have to make. I feel you need to stand back and let them come to you because you're like the odd man or the black sheep of the family. And as I said, there's nothing you can do, and it causes you great anguish, doesn't it? So what you need to do is you really need to work on yourself and start to love you. And look, I have family too that I don't see all of my family because I don't get on with them all. But once you start to work on yourself, I've found, and forgive them and start to have, friends can be family too, can't they? But with your family, I feel it's been a constant struggle. But they are saying, Spirit's saying there is new beginnings for you. So stand back and stop worrying about it. Stop trying to change things. Just live your life. Okay, Emily Rose, Dalton Kerrie. I have had news that I'm infertile and I have to go through other options. Will it be a success? I feel, yes, Emily, I feel it will be a success. I do feel you're having like IVF or some sort of egg transfer because it's your dream to be a mother. And I feel definitely, yes, I feel you may even have 2 children. And I feel one of them will be a girl. So I'm definitely getting a yes. So you just have to go ahead. Not all of us can have children, but there are means and ways. And I'm hearing IVF or egg transfer. Andrea, I'm meant to be having surgery in September, and I was wondering if this will go ahead or not. I feel there may be delays. I don't feel September. I'm getting more October, November. I feel definitely this year. I just feel delays. I feel everything's stopped, but it will start again. There is going to be a lot of movement, everyone, in hospitals, with even shops in October, November, December. Things will start to come back again, because I feel most of us will have had the second vax by then, and that's the rules these days, because as I've said many times, they're going to make it mandatory. Okay, Nita Leons, would love to know when I will be in a relationship, please. For you, Nita, I feel that you've there's been a lot of disappointment with you, and so also I feel you may have trust issues. I just do a quick reading with the cards, and also they're telling me that you're a little bit confused whether you could be bothered. So it'd be very good for you to cut the ties, because you are seem to be in some sort of pattern. Cut the ties, and I feel maybe go and get some work done as well. See a counsellor and work out what the problem is. I just feel there's a lot of betrayal, sadness, disappointment, and spend some money. And also, believe it or not, when you're ready, I do believe in dating sites. I feel the man you're going to meet, I feel he may have been married before. And I pick him up as a water sign, very gentle, lots of communication, so you're not going to end up on your own. There's a lovely man there you will meet, and I'm getting more towards next year. Okay, Michelle Whitfield. I was wondering if my mum knows I fulfilled the promise I made to her when I passed. Of course she did, Michelle. She knows everything you're doing. Spirit watches us all the time. And every time I do my spirit shows, I'm constantly hearing these messages of, I know what you got up to. I know what you're doing. They know everything. So your mother, of course she knows that. And I feel that there are rewards coming for you, Michelle. There's a lot of love, and also I feel there's some sort of changes for you on a personal level around the month of October, which you'll be happy about. I'm hearing good news is coming. Millie Ivanovic, my left foot is cramping and calf is swollen. Any suggestions? The first thing I'm getting for you, Millie, is I'm not a doctor, but I feel that for cramping, I know magnesium is really good, but I feel that you need to go and see a doctor or have a consultation on the phone, because you're a person that you don't like the doc. I know it's hard at the moment. I couldn't get to the doctor myself and I couldn't breathe. I was having some asthma problems, and you can hear the cough there. And I got a consultation on the phone, and I've got some antibiotics, and I'm still recovering. But you need a consultation, is what I'm getting. Don't leave it, because it will get better. I don't feel it's serious though, Millie. I have to say, I don't see you dying of it or anything. But I do feel that once you get some instructions, you'll find out it's not as bad as what you thought. But you definitely need to ring a doctor ASAP and get that looked at, and stop procrastinating. Okay. What do we got here? Diane McGrath. Will I change jobs and buy a townhouse? I definitely get a new property for you, Diane, and I feel that you have been thinking about changing your job, but I feel you need to put it on hold. I don't feel anything's going to happen for you until next year. As for the townhouse, I think it's something you've been thinking about for a long time, and it's been a dream. And I feel it's a beautiful townhouse, and I feel I feel there's a move for you in within 7 months. I feel 7 months, definitely a townhouse. There's the move. It's going to be really good for you. I feel it's a beautiful townhouse. I feel it's quite modern, quite modern. May even have like a garden. It's very modern. It could even be on the ground floor, because I see a garden at the back. So it's a beautiful townhouse. You'll love it. And you've been thinking about it for a long time. And I feel you're going to be very happy there. And I feel it could be not far from like a railway. There's not near, but it's walking distance is what I'm getting. So I feel you will get that. But as for the job, I feel you need to wait till next year, even though you want to go now. There could be something better for you. There may be something that you're looking at, but what I'm getting is there may be a better offer. Okay, Leonie Conway. Had not spoken to my father before he passed. Any messages for me or from my best friend? The first thing I'm getting for you, Lenny, is that I feel your father, I feel that he didn't really have the capacity to talk to you before the end, is what he's saying. And sometimes he could be stubborn. The first thing I'm hearing for you is that he's sorry. I feel one of his regrets for you is he didn't get a chance to talk to you and to explain to you certain things, but he certainly loves you. There's no doubt about that. Um, Sometimes, these things happen. Sometimes we don't get to speak to our parents before they pass, but trust me when I say he does love you. He's telling me that you do things which you want. You're a very strong girl, but he loves you nevertheless. He's telling me you're very similar to his mother. Whatever problems you've been having with him, I feel you need to let it go because he does love you. And you are looked after. I feel that there's a male in the spirit world too. I don't know if this is a cousin or friend or someone, and I don't know if knew anyone who hung themselves. There may have been someone who hung themselves around you, or it was an accidental death anyway. And I feel it was a hanging, or someone that you may have known, someone that you may have gone to school to, or a friend or something. And it's a male, and he sends his love to you. And also, he may have been involved with motorbikes. Something like that is what I'm getting. But yes, your father sends his love. He's telling me he loves you. Also, he's showing me, I don't know whether you guys had a dog in the family. I'm seeing a dog. It's quite a small one. Pamela Burling, I'm in love, but is he into me too? He is an answered prayer. Okay, let's have a look, Pamela. It worries me that you're asking me that because generally when you fall in love, it's usually reciprocated, isn't it? And we've talked about this before. I know sometimes it's too good to be true, and I know it's only new, but let's have a look at him. The first thing I'm getting is I feel that there's been new beginnings around you, and I feel this relationship is okay. You just need to give it time. It's almost like Jesus. I've finally met someone. I can't believe it. Oh my God. I feel it's a good relationship. I just feel you need to slow down a bit and take it slow and don't look for the cracks. Just enjoy it for what it is and see what happens. I just feel there's been a lot of disappointment in your life, Pamela, but I feel this guy's okay. So give it a go and start from the beginning and just wipe the board and see what happens. Everyone deserves a go, don't they? Or a second chance, and especially you. Okay, Jennifer Rose. My cousin was taken last Wednesday in a horrific circumstances. Is she okay? I definitely get your cousin. I feel whatever it was sudden. It was sudden. And is she okay? Yes, I get. I don't know whether she's passed over, but I feel that it was whatever happened, it was fast. And so it she doesn't really remember a lot of it is what I'm getting. Okay. Okay, Naomi West. My neighbour died recently and I want to know whether he is okay and I wonder why he didn't reach out to me. Look, I feel your neighbour, I feel he was very, very sick towards the end. Basically, I feel he didn't have the energy. I know he was very friendly and he really liked you and he really appreciated you looking after him, even though he was a person that he didn't want to bother anyone. I just feel he lost all his energy, And he just didn't really have the energy all the time, to reach out to you. I feel often when people are dying or they're very unwell or when we're sick, people don't want to really talk to people, do they? So it wasn't anything personal. He sends his love to you and he's thanking you for the time that you spent together because at many stages of his life he was very lonely. So he was happy when he went, is what I feel, because he was lonely in his life and he was a solitary sort of person. And I feel he may have loved plants. I don't know, he had a lot of plants in his unit, but I feel this person loved plants. Very gentle soul. Okay, Belinda Stocky. I'm lost at the moment. Do you guides have a sense of direction for me and my future? At the moment, Belinda, I do feel that there's a lot of emotional upheaval around you. I feel there's someone in your life who's really, really upsetting you. So I really feel you need to cut the ties. I have that on my meditation section, the audio section. And also, I feel it'd be very good if you went and saw a counsellor and spent a bit of money. Also, if you ring the local GP or the lifeline number, often that's a good thing to do because someone will really, people are always there and they're trained counsellors. They will talk to you and they'll show you different options, how you can cope with your depression and loneliness. I feel for you there are new beginnings for you and things will really improve, especially And this COVID's getting to you too. It's like you're sitting there thinking about everything. I get around the month of October, November, I feel there's some sort of breakthrough for you. So you really need to let that negative stuff go and give Lifeline a ring and maybe go and see your doctor and a counsellor, and things will change for you. Look, sometimes we go through these horrific times in our life, but at the end of it, we do find balance. We do find balance. So I feel you will be okay. Look, you're a strong girl, and you've been through worse things, is what I'm hearing. But you will come out of this very, very well. Okay, Jorda Ruby. Will my partner and I find a farm soon? We just want to be where Spirit wants us to be. I feel for you it's decision time. I don't get any changes till next year because I'm not sure where you really want to live. But I do feel you love isolation, but I'm also seeing like a warmer climate. So I don't know whether you're going to stay where it's really cold. I feel a warmer climate would be better for you. So it may even be towards New South Wales, Queensland. Um, I just feel a warmer climate would be ideal for you, but there's no changes to next year. It's all about the options. I feel there's quite a few that have been thrown at you. But the warmer climate would be better for you. I do feel that there is a large amount of money that's going to be spent. So I do see you finding an ideal place, but I feel it'll be quite coastal. I don't feel it's mid in the country, it's coastal. And it's quite warm, is what I'm feeling. Helen Langoyne, any messages for me about my husband's career? I feel your husband at the moment, I feel he's in a bit of a quandary. A bit of a quandary. He's not sure what to do, whether he should change, what he should do. I pick up he's very unhappy. So I do feel that he's just hanging in there for the moment, isn't he? And I feel he needs to make some careful decisions about what he wants to do. I'm definitely getting new work coming up for him, or some new work coming up, definitely within the next 3 to 5 months. I get for him. I feel his work will take off. I just feel he's very, very stuck at the moment. And I think it's because of the circumstances, what's happening in the world. But I definitely get a new abundance coming in. Probably things will start to take off when the COVID opens up October, November. And next year he'll be able to get all that money back and be very successful. I just feel it's at standstill for him, that's all. Anna Zacharit. Any messages from family or friends that have passed or my love life? Look, Anna, the first thing I'm being told is you need to be in the now. I do feel you've got a lot of spirits there. I've got two people, a man and a woman. I feel elderly. I've got an elderly man and an elderly lady. I feel that's connected to, I feel your mother's side. I've got your mother's side and your father. Your father's side is what I'm getting. And I need to, your love life is what I need to look at, is what I'm saying, because you're living in the now. For you, I feel there's been a lot of decisions about whether you really want to have a relationship or if you want to spend your life with someone. And I feel it's very important that you do. So I feel that you spend a lot of time your love life. I feel you can improve it by putting more energy into it and making things happen instead of just sitting back and just letting things go. I feel you're very emotional and sometimes you get very lonely. And I feel it'd be really good for you to spend time, with someone that's on your wavelength. So there are opportunities for you, especially towards the summer months, going out and doing things and concentrating on you. The funny thing is that there is a lady there in the spirit. Well, I feel it was your grandmother. She's telling me that you're always looked after, you always land on your feet. You have made some bad decisions in the past, but you always are able to move forward. So you're kind of lucky in a way, so don't worry about that. But you're a very determined woman, so don't worry, things will happen to you. I do see the victory card for you, so there's someone beautiful coming into your life who's going to open their heart up to you and give you lots of love. So there you go. Jane Marie, am I on the right path spiritually wise? I'm feeling unsure of myself. I feel, Jane, what I'm getting for you spiritually is I really feel that you need to work on yourself more. I mean, working on ourselves is an ongoing journey. It's something, I started the church at 17 years old, and it's something that, it never stops. It's constantly working on yourself, isn't it? It's ongoing. So I feel if you spent the time to really nurture yourself and really meditated, I feel that would improve for you. When you meditate, it'd be really good for you to try and do it at the same time. Also, get involved in charities. Maybe do some charity work would be really good for you. And just trusting that gut, is all I can say. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Start to trust it more, because I see you're a bit of an empath, Jane, and I feel sometimes you make wrong decisions because you don't listen to the gut, do you? So about opening up your spirituality, meditate, and that way you'll attract like-minded people into your life. Sometimes it's hard to find people in these groups because usually they're quite different than what we expect. Okay, Kayleen. I've had pics and videos of orbs in my home. Who is it? Look, I feel that I definitely get a woman around you in spirit, Kayleen. And also, I feel there's two I'm looking at significant. I don't feel there's any ghost orbs. I feel they're just visiting spirits because they're not thick, are they? They're showing me two light orbs. I feel they're relatives, is what I'm getting. I feel one could be an auntie, and I definitely see a male in the spirit world. Could be a grandfather, but I see an auntie or someone there. I don't know if anyone died of cancer in your family, but I feel it's just they're visiting orbs. I don't feel it's a ghost. And I feel also you'll be able to see them because you've got the eye and you've got the gift. I feel you'd also be able to see all the beautiful nature orbs as well if you go out, especially near water, like little lights. They're all nature spirits. So yeah, they're not bad. If you do feel that they're ominous or they scare you, just give them a sage out, and they'll go away. They won't come back again. But I don't feel that they're bad orbs. Okay, Kirsch Collins. Any advice from my nana, and if my cousin Justin is happy? The first thing I want to say is Justin, yes, is happy. I feel that your nana, she kind of looks after everyone. And I don't know, when she was alive, I feel she was very matriarchal of the family. And she kept an eye on everyone. She was always giving advice. With you, I feel that, I don't know if you're a teacher or you like learning, but I feel there's some sort of new learning coming up for you. And she's just saying to keep going. You're doing well. She's proud of you. Okay, Kate. What will my daughter Georgia pursue, study for her career after the high school certificate? Any advice? I don't know, Kate. I feel that your daughter's very smart. She's very well organised, and I feel she likes to tell people what to do. She's very smart. I don't know if she'd do the law. It might be too difficult for her, but she's a very smart girl. I definitely see her having quite a few careers. I don't feel it's just going to be the one. I do feel she may even start off in some sort of office or something, doing some sort of office work, but I feel she's confused with what she wants to do. She's not sure, is what I'm getting. Also, I feel she likes counselling because she reminds me of a bit of a psychiatrist. I mean, she likes to look at people's problems, and she's got a very strong intuition, but I feel she needs to take like a gap year first and just get a job. And I feel it could be some office work for her to start off with, to find out what she wants to do with her career, because she's not sure. She's not sure. So I get a gap here for her. I feel within the next 2 years, she'll definitely knows what she wants to do. One thing is for sure, she's very good with people. She's very knowing. She knows how to, what people are like, I have to say. She's highly intuitive, but she does things in her own time. You can't tell her what to do. I feel she also worries about you, but very very strong personality. And I feel that she reminds me of your father. I don't know if he's passed over, but I feel he comes around you a lot. There's a male spirit that comes around. I don't know if it's your father or a male figure that comes around, and he keeps an eye on her. And if she does anything wrong, she's sort of quickly taken in another direction. She's very protected, is what I want to say. Lovely, lovely girl. Karina Lee, will I get my sight back after my accident, and will I be okay financially? I feel definitely, Karina, I'm definitely seeing an improvement with your sight. I don't know if you'll get it. For now, I feel it could be 50-50 for a while, but I feel definitely an improvement because it's really scared you. I do feel, I don't see you being blind, I have to say. Financially, you'll be okay. It'll take time, and I feel that you may have to get help from a male. Could be a father or someone around you who's going to help you financially until you land on your feet. But as for your health, your eyesight, I feel definitely there will be a large improvement. It's just a matter of time. I don't see you going blind, so you need to let go of those negative thoughts. For a start, it could be like 50-50 and then improve from there, but it's not 100% straight away is what I'm getting. Okay, well, we're going to say good night for now. Would you like to come in, Kaya? and say goodbye to everyone. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. We had a lovely night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Went really, really fast. We had
It did go
amazing.
fast, yeah.
The coughing, the water, the mouse stopped. It was crazy, wasn't it?
I,
The energy was quite
Yeah.
frenetic, wasn't it?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Lots of spirits trying to come through. And
Lots of spirits,
questions.
lots of spirits here tonight, and I've got a lot of spirit names. When I first sat down tonight, I got a John, I got an Elsie, I got a Florence, and also I got a George, and I got a Brian, and I got a Jonathan, and I've got a George, and I got a Susan, and I got a Kylie. So they're the names that came in, spirit names. So if anybody knows any of those names, that's just a few. They send their blessings.
Yeah,
and a Joan. I got a Joan just then.
And it is a lot of the questions come through. They come through
very fast,
very quickly, and
yes.
it's quite tricky capturing them all. So we're so sorry we can't answer all of your questions, but please keep them coming, and we answer what we can.
And you will get a go eventually. And please share these live feeds. They're free because we are helping the community, and it's joyful for us to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're also giving away 3 of Kerrie's books to those that we feel needed. Again, it's a bit of a lucky draw situation and prize, but it does help if you do share the page and get some more people.
The prize for us is clearing tonight.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, have a lovely week, a lovely fortnight. See you in a fortnight. Thank you very much for joining us. Mwah. All the best, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.